Okay, we're going to do this set, as long as I don't cough. I kind of think I'm going to. Though not from the normal cough, I feel like I'm actually going to get sick. That's not too good. And of course, when you get sick, it's like, am I going to get COVID? So I'm just hoping that I got it quite recently, but I didn't really get a very severe one. But a friend of mine's got it, and they've got it quite, not too great. Not too bad, but not too great. And I'm like, I've got to get it eventually bad. But anyway, I don't think I have. Let's open up this and see what we've got. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about this. So I'm convinced I've already done this one, or I was going to do this one. I actually thought I already had it before, but I only got this like 2 days ago. But I've actually got another Creative 3-in-1 set I haven't got around to doing yet, and I kind of get it confused with this one because it has orange on it. And of course, colors. That's all I ever pay attention to. And you do get 3 books, so maybe we shouldn't do the first model. We'll do that. We'll do this one here, which is not the. It is the primary one. I keep thinking the robot was. Well, that's the coolest one. The robot doesn't excite, and also because there's another robot creator thing that I might want to get, and and that one definitely doesn't really excite. So we'll just do the standard one. So why can't the Technic books this one has 3 books in it? Why can't the Technic one have 3 books in it? 2 books in it for the 2 different models instead of having to use the online version. But apparently, I think I mentioned it. Somebody said that maybe they're going to go tablet type thing or device type. Instructions only, like no paper instructions, which would be a shame. This is I thought this was an interesting creator set because it comes with a minifigure, and I mean I know that some do, but I didn't think it was that common. So, and they've got very silvery legs. It's just nice to have. I mean, I guess you can tell they've got. You can't really tell, but this has actually got kind of the traditional space Lego space symbol with the Space Force thing. But it's not exactly the same. It's got like a little moon thing. So they were going to do the more traditional Lego, like the castle and the space themes within the creative theme. So I guess it makes sense that they do, because they have like the big castles and all that. The big castle and the big pirate ship. They obviously have minifigures in it. So yeah, it's not that unusual. It's unusual for me because I haven't bought any large sets. I keep thinking about getting that castle. I almost thought about today I did think about it quite a lot, getting the Friends Central Perk Cafe, because it was slightly reduced. It was like on special, and I was like, oh, well, it seems quite good, but then I'm like, oh, I wasn't that excited. I can't justify spending the money on it, especially because I probably wouldn't actually build it. Is the thing. It's going to be like the Doctor Who set that I've got. I'm probably never going to actually build it. I'm just going to keep it in the box. And so it's like, well, what's the point of buying it if you're not going to open it? But then I'm like, well, if I bought it and I never opened it, it would probably have a good resale value in some years in the future. So it could be a reasonably good investment to just buy it and not actually. But then it's like, what's the point? I was going to say, I've got like, I don't think I've shown it. I was going to show, I've got the Gremlins Dimensions expansion thing with the Mogwai, with a Stripe and Gizmo. And I'm not going to open that, but I really wanted to get the Gremlins characters in case they don't ever make any more. So that was probably the most expensive minifigure purchase I've made, because I got it after. Having said that, saying I got it after they were actually sold in the shop sometime after, I actually still got it comparatively cheap, so probably cheaper than what you would pay if you bought it brand new. So yeah, but still. So I'm not against buying things that I never open, which is not a good thing. So in the end, the moral of the story is I did not buy the Lego Friends set. Though I bought other Lego Friends set. It's a very confusing set thing to call. You get this cool piece. I didn't expect to get this cool little piece in a creator set. But where do I need two of them? I only need one of them. Right, but I do need the little, like, this thing only goes on one side, not the other. Which might explain why I can't see any other one. So yeah, but maybe I should, like, I do like the castle and the, like, I've been thinking about the castle on the pirate ship one, not the really fancy ideas pirate ship one, but the creator pirate ship. But I don't know, maybe, but I feel like I'd have to do something really exciting in life to celebrate, to buy a set of that price, especially because I'm just like, oh, I don't have. Oh, you do have to put another one on. All right, so we're doing this one. I don't have the space anymore to and I've just got too much Lego, like so much Lego. Like, you might think, well, you only buy little tiny sets every so often. It's like, I've been doing it for over 20 years, and it's been building up, and it's just like, well, this is ridiculous. So you can't really justify buying any more just on space. You know, not just the cost, which is sad. Like, yeah, but if you have a YouTube channel where you make Lego things, you know, you should have to buy some large ones or something. But the problem with large ones, of course, is they take forever to make videos out of. Like, you would have like a 25-part series making videos. You know, so that's the story. That's all I have to say. What else? We turn the page. I really have to. There's this kid that at the place where I work, and he can do this real fast. And I'm like, oh, kids watching YouTube videos, and it's like, well, I've got to learn to do those quickly. I'd say that because it's sitting right on my desk. It's going to sit on my desk to make me feel like I should do something quickly. I do actually. Suddenly, I feel like I'm going to learn some more languages this year. I feel like I should just get around to learning some more Spanish, since I already started a bit on Spanish. But I might try either Japanese or Mandarin as well, because I'm just actually really interested in grammars. I'm not so interested because, you know, there's only so far I can go in remembering, like I've tried a little bit of trying to learn some Mandarin, and it's like, wow, it's going to take a lot of effort to remember these words because they sound so different to words that I've ever heard before. Well, you know, ever spoken before. Like, where I say Spanish, you can kind of like, wow, yeah. And it's like, but it's more interesting to learn grammar of words, I think. I just find, because I have an interest in computer programming languages and compiler design, I'm always like, I want to learn grammars. I want to learn how the grammars work. Which is what always annoys me. I just want a book that says, this is the grammatical structure of things, and these are the things, and just to go through all in, like, English. But just to give an overview. Like, I tried to learn sign language, and I'm like, oh, I just really wish that there was a like a formalized description. You know, I know that grammar isn't, you can't really formalize things, but that's kind of like, you can get that off the internet. All right, this is pointless conversations today. So there we go. We've made this, but that's what you come here for, this channel. Just random conversations. I don't think anyone does come for that. Now we're going to do this. I feel like I should make better thumbnails. I'm like, well, you know, there is value to making better thumbnails, but I can't be bothered. And this is not a channel that I want to. I care particularly about it growing or not. I just make the videos and that's it. But it's quite apparent, I think. Like, I don't think I'd click on a video that didn't have like any text or something on their thumbnail, unless I was specifically looking for a subject. So, yes, thumbnails probably would be a good idea. Now we have to put that there. Actually, like I actually follow a Reddit YouTube thing where they talk about people who are new YouTubers, and it's like people are always trying to get into like, I don't know how many review channels do you need, or gaming channels do you need, or people who read out Reddit things. That sounds kind of interesting, but it's just like, well, I don't know. There's not so much you can do, is there? People still watch them. So, well, there's a lot of channels about people building Lego things. So, it's very hard to make a niche. Now, especially when you can't find the pieces. I mean, that's my niche, really. Is spending forever trying to find the pieces. Especially when I can't actually see the thing very well because the light, my new light position, which is good for the camera, I think, but it's not good for I can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, so there we go. I gotta stop laughing at everything and making. It makes me think of somebody who talks like this. And I don't know. It's too late. I should have actually gone to sleep. I have to apologize for not going to sleep because it's too late to do this. But I just watched The Invasion, which is like a 2007 movie starring Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig. How do you get this thing on? Or does it go the other way around? It goes the other way around. It goes that way. How can that make any difference? There's a plus. Like, so, it's actually kind of hard to tell. I think it goes that way. It's not really going. I think I've done something wrong. It doesn't feel like it's going to fit on. So we have to go back a few pages, and I have mucked up. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That doesn't look like the picture at all. Okay, all right. We need to get this grey one and put that one there. And what goes at the very back? Oh, another one of those. Okay. And then that one goes there. So it's got a bit more involved than you might expect. Yeah, I watched that. So I was just talking about going to sleep, and of course that is basically an Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake, though not without a depressing ending, which is what the 70s one always gets me, because it's just like, and the other one, which I haven't finished watching yet, from like the 80s or 90s. I'm surprised they haven't remade it for the 2020s, and they'll do it at some point. They'll probably put like a virus tinge on it. This one had a kind of virus tinge on it. It doesn't have a completely. It has a weird ending. So I don't know if I can give it away. If you're going to watch, if you haven't watched an Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake or the original, I'm sorry. I've just given it away. That the ending is happy. Well, not happy, but it's like not terrifying like the 70s version is. I don't remember the original black and white one from the 50s being like. It feels like it's pretty open ended. Like there's some hope at the end of that one. But it feels like it's the kind of like movie that feels more appropriate to have a terrifyingly depressing ending than not. Which is why I don't really want to watch them anymore. Like, there's only so many of those movies you can watch. You get the idea. It's not like a thing you can I was thinking about it. I was like, can you reinvent? How can you have a different kind of invasion where people whose bodies get taken over and they get replaced by people, and sort of spice the story up? Somebody, I hope, will come along and spice the story up, and not just remake it. So I think I'm doing this. No. There definitely is another one. There it is. So you get some good Technic pieces in this, don't you? We're making a spaceship. I've almost forgotten what we were making. These are just control things. That's neat. Do they actually come with the pieces to attach them to? I feel like they're over here, so that's interesting. So that must be for the robot. That's an interesting use of this piece for apparently not. Maybe you do attach it, not attaching to these things. I am going to yawn. But the whole point that I was making about that film, of course, is that you shouldn't go to sleep. Because that was an interesting take on it. and that it wasn't that you go to sleep and that they're going to replace you with a pod. It's that if you've been infected by this virus and then you go to sleep. So you could have characters that could go to sleep because they haven't been infected yet, and which is what they did. But I don't know. That's probably the biggest modification you could make, I suppose. But I don't know. So. Alright, these go on both sides. And that one goes there. And this one goes there. Speaking of Reddit, I made a comment today. It's always like very exciting when you're not a big Reddit person to make a comment on something and get quite a few likes, like not that many likes, but more likes than usual. And someone gave me a wholesome award, and I don't really know how to react to that because I've never had one before. And so, oh gosh, more than I was expecting. And all for making a non-serious, jokey, almost, not quite trolling, but maybe a little bit on the way to trolling, statement. So, oh really? Is that what you have to do around here to get places? Well, of course, I don't make many comments, so it's not really like an accurate survey sample of what makes the best comment to make on Reddit. But there you go. I hope I made somebody laugh. I laughed when I made the comment, so there you go. I can't really explain it on this channel because it's like immature, but not in a terrible way. It's just like somebody asks a question and I'm like, well, I'm going to give you the completely wrong answer, but it's obviously the completely wrong answer. So I feel it's not trolling if you answer someone's question completely obviously wrong in a humorous way. So that's what I did, and I got some likes. So I'm happy. So now we're going to get this bit, and we're going to stick this here. I don't like this piece anymore. I don't think I've mentioned it before. I just don't find this piece exciting. There's this one here. You know what I mean. You can't see because I don't know where the camera is anymore. That piece, and yeah. So now we're going to go here. I'm going to start doing some more woodworky things. I've got another fake Lego from that series that I've done before with the dragon and the space thing, and I said I was going to get the castle one, and I got the castle one, but I haven't actually. I don't know where it went. I'm sure I was going to do it. I brought it up to where I am now, and I don't know where it went. What's this piece? This is like the normal piece. I'm getting kind of confused as to what step I'm at. Okay, I have to hold it like this. I'm really confused. Alright, I hold it like this. How did I get this completely the wrong way around? Well, that's a bit... please tell me that I have to do this twice. And I do have to do this twice. And it's... Okay, so we'll save that one for later. And then we'll redo it. And this time we'll do it correctly. And the right way around. If I know where all the pieces are, since I'm losing everything. Alright, so that one goes there. So the next part I have to do paying attention. So activating paying attention mode, it goes on this side. And then that one goes on this side. 9 minutes left. And then we can build this bit, which is the same as last time. Well, I watched Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Oh, there it is. I quite liked it. I did look up some comments about how people from China felt about it. But I thought it was quite. It's one of my like I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say it's my favoriteest Marvel film, but it's definitely it's an enjoyable one. Probably enjoyed it more. Actually, I would definitely say I enjoyed it more than the recent Doctor Strange film. But which makes me feel bad because I thought it was fine. But I feel like I should like Doctor Strange, but and it's a Sam Raimi film. But I just like that. I just felt like I don't know. Perhaps I don't like horror films. I don't like them being too dark, and it was quite a chirpy one. I like Aquafina or Nora. I think her name's Nora Lim, right? She's Nora from Queens, and I quite like Nora from Queens as a show. It's very good. I haven't got around to watching the second series yet because I don't really know how to watch it where I am. It's like I don't know how to stream it, and it's certainly not coming out on DVD or anything. So, but she's always good for a watch. So this thing has to go. I don't know how this goes in. What am I doing here? So I built this. Okay. This is a not... Oh, okay. It just goes... Like, I keep thinking it has to go in this bottom hole, but that doesn't make any sense. It has to go in the top hole, which makes a lot more sense. And I have to turn it around. Okay, got that one. We're done. And now we can jump ahead, because we've made this one. And... we're going to turn the page again. And we're going to put... No, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is way too late to be thinking. Thinking is hard. Where's the red thing? There it is. The red with the funny plastic. It just feels different. And there we go. Are they all like this? Actually, like... Wait. Like, is the tan one... That's the one that's not the friction one. There's a blue one, and then there's this one, and then there's the tan one. I think there's a tan one. I think the blue one's definitely the friction one, and this one's the friction one, so I don't know. But they feel different. They're not made of the same plastic as that, and I'm just wondering if... Well, it's the same as these. Like, this is made of normal plastic, and this feels like... I can't really tell. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, I haven't put the bottom on. I've jumped ahead a step. That one goes there. I have to go back and I have to pay attention. Wait, this one doesn't have a top. It does have a top. Okay. Really struggling this evening, that's for sure. We'll get there. We'll get there. So we've got that on. And... oh, I can see what we've got to do next. We've got to take these things. Speaking of these little blue things, we are going to put these on like that. I think I'm not so excited about the robot because I just find using these things as legs doesn't seem very exciting. Like, I'm not excited by that at all, not even remotely. And then I think we've finished this anyhow, so that just goes there. Except I'm missing the cool little wing bits. Those bits go on. We haven't finished it. I'm jumping ahead here. Those go there. That looks pretty cool. And we must be finished now because we're out of pieces. Piece time is over. So that was it. And we got a couple of spares. What you would expect in this. They can just go off to the pile, and we get the cool little robot. I'm pretty sure they are a robot, and so that was quite fun. I mean, this wasn't too expensive, and I like these. This is basically what it's going to be for a while. I think it's just the small sets. Though there are some at the shop where I buy my cheap Lego. You have to put them back a bit before the lid closes. And hopefully they'll get a bit cheaper, but there's some cool, slightly larger sets, or significantly larger sets than this one, that hopefully will drop in a bit of price, and then I will buy them. Maybe they'll be on the back of here. I think one of these, I think that one, I saw that somewhere being reduced a bit. So that might be fun. Like, I was thinking about getting this space robot thing. There's another space one too that looks quite neat. I think I may actually have this. One as the next one to do. So, well, it might be better to look on the back of the box. You can't see anything else. But anyway, that's that set. Nothing much else to say. I actually had to Google. I googled. I'm hoping I haven't. Now that I built this, I'm sure that I haven't done it before. But I actually had to search YouTube to just checking that I hadn't done it before, which is the handy thing about documenting everything on videos. You can go through and find the set numbers and that. And it's such an easy number to remember because it's 3 followed by 4 ones. It's amazing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Maybe we'll do the robot. I can't honestly say that. I mean, I guess maybe when you build it, you're like, oh, there's some pretty clever things going on in this one, but it's not very exciting. But you can definitely see they're using the ball joint thing. But the robot one, yeah, I'm probably going to get the one that's obviously a clear Voltron ripoff in the Creator Series, just for the heck of it. And it's like, well, that's a robot, so what's the point of doing this one when the legs don't move? But they do have arms that move, obviously. So, thanks for watching. Bye!